Today, we have among us African Diaspora Federal Credit Union members. And without further ado, I would like to invite Michael Kojo Anani, the CEO of African Federal Credit Union, to join us, and also Dr. John Dasu, National Coordinator among us, to tell us a little bit about the organization, what is the call is, and why is it very important that Africa should be aware of this and how we can get involved. So please join me so that we can welcome each one of them.
Dr. John, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for those who are listening from everywhere in the world. My name is Dr. John Dasso. I am the National Coordinator of the African Diaspora Federal Credit Union, located here in the state of Missouri in the United States of America. We are here today to share with you our vision, where we are going, because we are in operation. And if you have any question, we will address them to see together how we can put our pennies together and move forward. Thank you for listening in advance. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Dr. John, who I really appreciate the introduction. Well, like you already hear, if you are listening, please join us, and you can give us a call on 612-708-5523, and you will be live on the studio, and you can ask them any question you may want. Again, 612-708-5523. And we'll be happy to have you straight on the studio, and you can ask them any question. You know, we don't have enough time, so without further ado, I would like you to tell us a little bit, why does African Diaspora Federal Credit Union come to the marketplace, and how is it there to help our community?
African Diaspora Federal Credit Union came to the marketplace to fill the gap of financial services that our underserved community need but are not getting. We all know sometimes we have issues and we have some needs that we cannot get satisfaction from our big banks. As a community financial institution, African Diaspora Federal Credit Union is coming to address these issues. We all know sometimes we face racism sometimes when it comes to some services that we get. We are coming to fill this gap. Also, African Diaspora Federal Credit Union is coming to help our underserved community, specifically Africans, the diaspora, or African American, or Latino American, or even Afro Caribbeans in the diaspora, to create the generational wealth that we need in our community. And then African Diaspora Federal Credit Union is coming to provide accessible personal services, financial services, of course, to our community, such as loans, could be car loan, personal loan, student loan, or any type of financial services that our community need. We are coming to provide these services, and we are coming to promote community development, meaning we as African Diaspora Federal Credit Union, our return on investment, we are going to invest this back into our community so that we collectively in our underserved community to grow together. And this is lacking in our community. That is why we are coming. We are the one who can solve our problem. We are here so we can work together and solve this problem. So African Diaspora Federal Credit Union is coming as a solution for the problems we have in our community. Of course, we are not going to solve all of them, but we will do our best.
Of course, you are not going to do all of them, but you will do your best. And you are here to make sure that you provide financial services and product to the community so that they can be fully integrated and fulfill. And you mentioned a couple of those services, but before we get into a detail about what kind of products that, or services that you provide, can you tell me a little bit about the demographic of diaspora that you're talking about? You say African diaspora, and I don't know, maybe Mike can talk about who do you consider, a diaspora? Who can be considered a diaspora in this point to join the credit union? And if anybody who live in was born in the USA here and marry anybody who is coming from outside uh, United States, also welcome to join. I mean, yeah, who want to take that?
To add to Dr. John's introduction, my name is Michael Kojo Anani. I'm the president and CEO of African Diaspora Federal Credit Union. Talking about just briefly our field of membership, talking about African diaspora is African American, Friends of Africa mean that anyone with African heritage. Our children are marrying white. We have those mixed children among ourselves. African diaspora, we have African diaspora in Europe, African diaspora in North America, African diaspora in South America, and we have African diaspora in Asia. Also, we have families in the continent. So all these people are part of the movement of what we are saying. So no one is left behind. So anyone with a genuine heart can join us as
Anyone with a genuine heart can join us and support the cause and be a member. That's really great. I appreciate the way you explain it, that we have African diaspora in Europe, we have it in the North and the South America, and even in Africa too. So, and all those people are qualified to join and also to benefit of your services. And that's very great. I appreciate that you are very thoughtful and created this event for the community. But then, can you tell us a little bit, what are the services that the credit union provide, like specifically, and what are the product that you provide now on the market? I learned that you launched last December, and it has been very booming, and I read about it in NPR Public News, which is very interesting. Now, can you tell us, the type of service that you provide and the type of people and how you screen them, as one example, example, and type of service and how the process goes.
like Dr. John said earlier, the services that we provide. Talking about the credit union is the same as a bank. So whatever services bank provide to the community, to the businesses or individuals, we provide the same thing. You can come to our office or online. You can ask for loan. You can open your account. You can open service. You can open your personal loan, a personal shared. What am I saying? You can open your account. You can open your joint account. You can open business account. You can ask for loan. You can ask for car loan, any type of loan. You can open your CD. You can ask for real estate product. So all that you can go to bank and ask for. We provide the same thing here through the credit union. So there's no difference between the credit union and the bank in terms of services. The only thing between us, the difference between us is in terms of the interest rate that the banks charges the individuals or the businesses. And that's the difference between us. The credit union charges credit union is a community oriented, so they take care of the community. So the interest rate between the credit union and the bank, that make us different because we are people's financial institution. It's from people for people. But the bank is the shareholders and it's for the shareholders in particular. So they take care of their shareholders. They make money for the shareholders, whereby credit unions make money for the community members who are the members of the community. So we look to improve the community, to grow together, to strive together. So we reinvest into the community when we do business. When the members put their money into the credit union, we do business, we come back and give back to the community and the members.
Very good. Nice. And you mentioned already that lead to one of the questions that I want to ask you is, what makes you different? What makes you unique? And you said that one of that is the care for the culture and also you did mention that the interest rate, which is very great. So I invite my fellow diaspora, my people to check it out. We have the website, and you can also contact them directly, and then do business with African Diaspora Federal Credit Union, where you can gain a lot while you're investing in the community. Well, now my next inquisitive question is, how can someone join African Credit Union? How can somebody join, or how can somebody participate in financial inclusion from your institution?
Dr. John, go ahead if you can.
Yes, I can take this one. Sure. To be part of this movement, this great initiative, we just need to visit our website, www.adfcu.org. www.adfcu.org. On the website, see the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Click. Open your account, become an ADFCU member. So when you click on that link, that will lead you to the form to fill out to become a member. Then be careful, and then you continue, provide your social security, and continue the process and submit your application to become a member of the credit union. Now, after you submit, your account will be generated. The next day or 2 days after you submit, possibly the next day, you receive a call and an email from our headquarters with your login access, meaning from there, you will be able to log into your account online. After having access to log into your account online, you will be able to transfer money from any of your account to your African Diaspora Federal Credit Union account, or you can also set up a direct deposit, or you can also mail money order or cashier check to our headquarters so they can deposit into your account. So all these services, your transaction will be available for you online. But the first thing to do is to become a member by register and be part of the African Diaspora Federal Credit Union on the right-hand corner of the screen.
That's great. I just have one of my friend listening on the radio app from his phone, and he texts me and he said, well, African Federal Credit Union sounds great to support the cause. Can he get money so that he can buy a car? Can he borrow, can African Credit Union lend him money to buy a car? I mean, that is a specific. So Rachel, if you are listening, they are here to answer you. What are the steps that Rachel needs to do to be able to qualify for that?
Well, like the president said earlier, we are operating, first of all, we are a federal organization. We are going to operate in compliance with the federal and state regulations. The only thing, the first thing someone can do, someone who wants to have a loan, is to go ahead on the website and apply for the loan. Then your loan application will be reviewed by underwriter, meaning all the decisions will be made based on your credit report and credit score with all the guidelines we have in all the financial institutions. And after the step, you will be contacted if you are approved or not, and we will take you from there. And again, one more time, all these services are available. You just need to go on the website and apply for the loan. One caveat I want to mention, it's not because this credit union is called African Diaspora Federal Credit Union that we are African, so automatically we be qualified for any services. No. We are going to buy the regulations like all the finance institutions, all the bank and credit union, and most of all, they have to base on your asset, your income, your social security, of course, and your also credit score. All of these steps guidelines have to be followed when you apply for a loan.
Great. Should you need more information, if you go to the website or from the bottom, you can see their phone number too. And once you call the phone, you have a customer service that can call, answer you, or you can email them at info at African Diaspora fcu.org or 636-735-1060 or 314-455-2804. And that is the contact you want to reach out to for more information. And we display right now on our website in this platform as well. Radio La Famille. Radio La Famille. Thank you very much for joining us again. Right. We are so happy that you are online with us today. We are talking about African Diaspora Federal Credit Union. You already know that it's a Diaspora Federal Credit Union who came live to solve our problem, help us achieve the ultimate goal of being successful here and alleviate the debt for us. That's why they have a great services and also support for the community. Again, Michael or John, please, can you again remind our listeners where they can find you and how they can get a hold of you?
John, go ahead and introduce that.
Yes. Our website is www.adfcu.org. When you click either on Zoom, on Google, I'm sorry, you can retrieve all this information. And also, our address is 10449 St. Charles Road, Rock Road, St. Anne, Missouri. The zip code 63074. The phone number 314-399-7470. 314-399-7470. Or if you feel free, I'm here in the state of Minnesota. If you want to contact me, you can contact me too at the 314-745-1533. 314-745-1533. If you just send an email to our info at africandiasporafcu.org. Email info@africandiasporafcu.org. Or you can feel free to send me email myself too if you want. JDASSOU@africandiasporafcu.org. JDASSOU@africandiasporafcu.org. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have a question coming in. We'll give you a couple more minutes. We have 5 more minutes to go. So we have a question from Mr. B. Mr. B said that, do you have a branch in Africa? And also, how can African people living in Africa, different countries, just like maybe in Tanzania, in Uganda, or in South Africa, also have account or also have a transaction? That's the question. Yep. All right. Who want to take that question?
Yeah. Thank you for that question. Before I answer that question, let me clarify the last question that somebody asked about car loan. And then to have any loan or any type of conversation with a bank in terms of loan, it's a relationship building. The first thing you have to do with a bank or credit union is to open your first account, be their member, and it make it easier to have a conversation. If not, if you go to the bank and you just pop up and said, I want a loan to buy this and that, the probability of being approved is a little bit slim than being a member. That's why we are here. We are serving the community, but you have to be a part of what we are doing to have a good conversation. That's one thing I want to just clear before we move to the loan side. Open your account, have that conversation, have that relationship going on, and then you come back later and said, okay, I need a loan for this and this and that. Then we can talk about that. Secondly, the question about uh, anyone anywhere can have account in the African Diaspora Federal Credit Union, or if you have a branches in Africa right now, we are in process to have free access to where we said our people are. We have African diaspora in Europe, Asia, North America, South America. Right now, the main place is North America, and we're trying to open up to all these areas where our people are, so that they can have a free access, secure access to our website, so that they can open the account. Yes, you can do that, but right now, as we're talking, we limit Vrena to North America, but with the time going on, we will open up access to all these areas that we said that African diaspora is. So it's coming up. So just stay tuned. Right now, if you're in America, we want to make sure that North America, we make sure that we cover that area correctly with a secure information. Informations are protected before we open up to the world.
Okay, thank you very much. So if I understand correctly, the community member have to be a member, and once they are a member, they apply, they are a member, then they can benefit your services. That's great. I believe Mr. B got the answer. They're currently working on the membership in all the countries and the states that they mentioned. Coming back to the question, we already know where we can contact you. We already know what kind of service you provide. But I have somebody also text me anonymously, and he asked, what are they know, he said the credit unions usually have a criteria for qualification. The example that I say is, if you go for farmers credit unions, they are farmers. If you go for teachers credit union, they are teachers. And African diaspora credit union, what are the criteria for qualifying as individual?
This is a confusion that people we always don't pay attention to. When you're talking about the farmers, they're just farmers.
Yeah.
They make it clear. When you're talking about the teachers, they are just teachers. It's clear. African diaspora is very clear. If you see yourself a part of African diaspora, you are part of this movement. And how we extend it, African diaspora is in North America. We, the people, we are in North America. We, African diaspora, we are in South America. African diaspora, we are in Europe. African diaspora is in Asia. And we have families back in the continent. That's how we are global community. So that's how people need to pay attention to the word African diaspora. So that's where we are. So if you're part of that group, consider yourself you're part of the movement. So those are the criteria. It's very easy.
It's very easy. Thank you very much.
And anyone with African heritage, or genuine heart want to join us is a part of it. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that clarification. I really appreciate the input and everything that you did so far. And we really appreciate you coming today. Our listeners and viewers, today we have African Federal Credit Union, ADFCU, among us. And they explained to us, the origination, the beginning of African Credit Union, how they are here to help us and also to be fully integrated. And also they explained to us the services that we can benefit as a member, and we are all invited to join. Go to their website, call them, and probe and learn more about it and join to be a member. And also we know that to be qualified, you have to be a member. So thank you very much. I really appreciate. Well, do you have any final word that you can send out there for your members or the community or the people who are actually interested in joining ADFCU in the future?
Well, let me jump in before I give the floor to Mr. the President. Yes, so overall, African Diaspora Federal Credit Union is open to all without any discrimination. Individuals, we say before, supporter, friend of Africa, our family members, but our kids must be at least 18 years old. before he or she can open an account with the African Diaspora Federal Credit Union. Organizations, churches, nonprofits, businesses can open the account. We have a business account, personal account, and saving account, and so forth. The only thing we need to do is to be part of the movement to be considered really make impact into our community. We are in the process to grow. We are growing. People are calling from all over the world. Don't left yourself behind. Go to our website. Just click become a member. Fill out the form. You ask your social security. Put it in. Some people don't feel so good to put their social security in the system. No, we are very secure. Again, we are federally organized organization here in the United States, following all the rule and regulations. Any question you have, feel free to give us a call. We are here to help you out. So all collectively, we can grow and make ourselves better and secure a better future for our future kids. That's very important. We want to leave a good financial legacy for our future kids. Join us. Be a member. Anybody here on the call today, after all, by Monday, Tuesday, we want to see your name, that your account is open, and we can take you from there. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Anani.
Yes, it's very simple. To conclude is, any community that strive together, we see already around ourselves. We know the story, the reason why we are here. We say this all the time. Other people are thriving. They do things together. You can see their communities, financial institutions are moving. They want to be in that community. We work for a long time to come here to have the credit union, the financial institution for us. All we need to do is to join it, pull our pennies together to make it grow. When we pull our pennies together, the return on those pennies, we put it back to the community. That's how we make a difference. That's how we can grow our community. That's how we can compete with other communities. And that's how we can see the difference among ourselves, doing something impactful to our people, and make sure we build our generational wealth that we're talking about. When we are gone, we leave that foundation for next generation to come. So you can't be outside and said, I'm a part of this. That's not how it works. You have to be a part of the movement to make a change.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You have to be a part of the movement to make the change, like the CEO of African Diaspora Federal Credit Union said. We all have to be engaged and be involved, and then we will reap the benefit in the future, either ourselves or our generation in the future. Thank you very much. We appreciate all the work that you're doing. May God bless you and have a wonderful morning.